So this little hack is for low back pain, hip and groin, buttock pain associated with driving or traveling. A lot of us, obviously, when we travel, get caught up into bad city seats, whether it's a rental car or your own car that's getting older. Some of the lumbar supports you're using help, but they're not quite taking care of business the way you'd like it to. Then I would say try this little hack. It's just a simple beach ball. Now, I'm a physical therapist and I work in an office and I have lots of back patients. And this little trick is probably the best thing that's I've ever gotten from a tip from a friend of mine. So very accessible. You can find beach balls anywhere. They're waterproof, they're inflatable, adjustable, and they can pack and go back into your pocket if you're traveling. Easy to carry along with you. I have one in my car, one in my travel bag, and I don't think I ever have gotten on a plane without this since I've learned this trick, because those plane seats are very bad. They bucket your seat, your back, so it kind of rounds down and you have this head support, but you can't even get your head to it because it C-curves your spine. And then you're just traveling like that. Whereas if you can fill that hollow in and get your shoulders and head back on the support, or at least get in alignment where you're in alignment with ear over shoulder over hip, then you have good weight distribution on your skeleton rather than hanging on your muscles and torquing and causing disc bulges to aggravate whatnot. So all you have to do is bring the beach ball, and obviously remember to clamp your teeth to get the air in, and about 3 big puffs. 1, 2, 3. And that's about it. So I put the little cap on, and now I have this little football-like 16-inch, I think this is a 16-inch beach ball. I put that in my seat. I get my butt back into the chair and make sure the back of my tailbone's kind of in the backrest. And I'm going to drop that in with my valve off to the side and just feel that support. Now that air will kind of fill in all the hollow areas, and now I have a much better support. If it's too much air, I just open the valve, let some air out, put the valve cap back in so you don't have a slow leak. And now I feel like, oh, that's just right. And so this is a much better alignment. And with my belly and arch of my lumbar spine in place, it helps unlock the neck. If I C-curve my low back, I have to double the curve in my neck, and that can cause headaches, all sorts of problems over time. So whether it's neck pain, back pain, hip pain, make sure your alignment is good, especially if you're going to be traveling anything over 20 minutes. I would suggest you have that in the car, because you can always take it out and slouch for a few minutes and put it back in, so you're in good posture. Rather than slouching for several hours and then deciding to try to get out of that position, that's when you get those zingers. When you have that disc being wedged by bad posture and bulging out, then you try to stand up quickly and there's that punch of pain. So if you have a good lumbar support, even with your adjustable supports that come in your car, they're not designed specifically for your back, so a little extra air will fill in those other spots and give you a much better dispersed support. And this will allow you to kind of drive. For neck pain with forward heads, you still want to put that pillow in and maybe recline your seat a little bit so that your head and ear are over the shoulders. And you may have to pull your seat up under the wheel a little bit and drive like that for a period of time so you feel like your head is not over tense fighting gravity but perched in the center of your shoulder girdle, and that way you're much more comfortable. And then when you have to get out of the car, you just have to slide the seat back and readjust. But especially if you're driving somewhere for several hours, you got to really set that station up well, because there's just no good research that says this is good for you. I only see research that says this is good, and so that's based on our alignment and our anatomy. So use that little hack of a beach ball. They're fairly easy to find, they're fairly cheap, and if it pops, they're not designed for this, so they don't last all that long, but they're fairly easy to replace. And I will say this is better than any $50 cushion I ever bought. So try that, see if that helps with your traveling, and good luck. Hope that helps.